it could be time now for you to open back up again and have more experience. You could be very attracted to this person, thinking that they are just like you, Empress, thinking a lot of themselves. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So you're not looking for a yes person. You're looking for someone that's going to help you grow and who is growing themselves. Your answer is... Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is today's Tarot for all signs for Saturday the 27th of April 2024. I hope you're doing well. I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe. In there I give 1 question readings, as well as focusing on trauma release and pulling cards out for the collective as well. Talking about that. If you want to book in for one of those 1 question readings, though, and it can be about anything in your life, then you can book in for one of those on my website, BeHealing.com, at any time. Find a link for that in the description box below, and also up there too. Book in at any time, because I do the pre-book readings right at the start of the next live show. They'll send you the link to the replay, so you don't need to be able to make it live. I also offer private readings from my website, BeHealing.com. Find a link for that in the description box below, and also up there too. And I get those out within 48 hours if you're ordering them. Now, there's 2 ways in which to win one of those private readings with me every single month. The first way is by being a subscriber to my channel, clicking like on this video, and then leaving a comment. That'll give you 1 entry in. Do that as many times as you like throughout the month on my different videos, including my shorts. It'll get you many entries in. The second way is by checking out my pick a card reads. If you purchase the deeper dives, that'll get you an entry into the second prize draw. So good luck with winning those. Now, what's in the energies for everybody today? We've got Call Forth the Waves and Memories of Forgotten Self. There's something in your past that was a richer experience for you, perhaps an emotional experience, richer emotional experience for you that you haven't perhaps received, experienced for a while, and you could be saying to the universe, bring that on. Often when we're healing ourselves, we go into hermit mode and we pull ourselves back from things, that can hurt us, situations that can hurt us, but also those same situations can bring a lot of richness, emotional richness into our lives too. So we protect ourselves. It also stops us from having positive experiences as well as negative experiences, right? And so it could be time now for you to open back up again and have more experience. You might be strong enough and ready now to let in some more of those experiences. We've got Majesty. Really treating yourself very well. When we treat ourselves better and we treat ourselves really well and we take good care of ourselves, it does tend to be reflected back by other people. Not by everyone. Some people are not the kind of people that can do that, and that's okay. Because when we are loving ourselves, we would not keep ourselves around people like that. We decide to, take a left turn when we see people like that, or just, saying, no thanks, I'm good, when they invite us into the drama and stuff. We've got Dream and Meditate. Now, I'm getting something specific from that. So if you are a meditator, or even if you're not a meditator, when you get focused on one thing in particular, like gardening, or for me, it's like swimming, that gets me into that zone of clearing the mind or focused on one thing, we can get intuitive messages. We can hear our higher selves, or in the dream state as well. Dreams could have been coming up with some messages in. It's got something to do with opening up. What was that? Majesty. Or taking better care of yourself. It could be that too. King of Wands. This is someone else's energy. This is a go-getter kind of a person. It could be someone coming into your life, or someone present in your life at the moment. They can be the kind of person that pushes themselves too hard. Someone that, lacks sleep because they're totally focused on the work or something like that. Strength. This is your strength. So it can be a trauma response of pushing ourselves too hard, being mean to ourselves, that kind of thing. And those kind of people can be applauded in our society as that being a good thing. But it's not a good thing when we're not loving ourselves and we're kind of abusing ourselves and abusing our bodies. You might be seeing something as a mirror reflection of this person, of saying like, well, I push myself too hard too. Perhaps it's time to put the pain behind us, 10 of Swords, and not put ourselves through some pain that perhaps we were putting ourselves through. I look back at the 80s, when it was all shoulder pads, power suits, all of that kind of thing. Everyone's saying, oh, it's really good to be like all about money and not sleeping and, do, and all of that kind of thing. We know better than that now, right? But But only through this, only through, actually, that's not being strong. Being strong is being able to not cave into peer pressure, not abuse yourself, stand up for balance in life, and, you know, be the odd one out in a way and take good care of yourselves. That's true strength, you know. When we learn like that, we can put the pain behind us and stop abusing ourselves in that way. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is the BS card. This is the lies that we tell ourselves. It is. It's the lies, the excuses, you know. So you might have had excuses for doing a certain kind of a thing, but if it's not taking good care of you, then you need to stop. Now, the King of Wands could be showing you this clearly. Someone that is doing something to more of an extreme than you are, and you might be seeing it clearly in them and applying it to yourself. Like, how am I doing this? But to a lesser extent to myself. King of Wands, tell us why he's here. It doesn't have to be a man, by the way. This could be a woman in your life, but it is someone that, yeah, could be kind of hard on themselves, but is very busy all the time, doing. The Empress, the Two of Emotions, and the Moon. You could be attracted to this person. Okay, so you might think that this is a love match. Could be very attracted to this person, thinking that they are just like you, Empress, thinking a lot of themselves. The Empress has got high self-esteem and all of that kind of thing, but you're not so sure about it. So it could actually be, they might appear to have a lot going for them, but it could be that they just push themselves, and it's a mirror reflection to something in you that is unhealed in you. So you might be seeing someone as being amazing. I mean, that's what we do, right, in society. It's like, wow, look at that person, they're amazing. And then we take a second look, it's like, oh, well, actually, no, they're really mean to themselves, and they push themselves way too hard, and they've become like so out of balance in one direction that they're really doing well in that area, but this person is not balanced at all. So even though they're impressive, Two of Emotions, love match, probably not. Right? Probably not. So, for example, someone that is like really successful in their business or their area of expertise could be very attractive, and you think like, wow, this person's perfect. And then you find like they've only been spending time on the business or on money, like one focus, haven't developed themselves emotionally, and not someone that you can connect with on that emotional level, you know. And it's like, oh, they're not so perfect after all. Just because someone's great in one area, it doesn't mean that they're great in every area, and it probably means that they're not great in other areas because they've been solely focused on one thing. But it could also be that punishing the self kind of stuff that I was getting, psychic development. So you might need to look within or why you're attracted to somebody today. Strength. But inner strength is different than that. Inner strength is standing up for yourself and not to peer pressure. It is making different decisions for your betterment. Queen of Materials, your stability. Three of Emotions, what other people are doing in the Knight of Voices. Other people rushing into something, but you choosing stability instead. So that's that whole, let's do this, your friends say, and you say, no, I'm not going to. It's saying no to peer pressure, this, and choosing your stability instead, even though they're likely to maybe take it as a judgment of them, which it's not. You making a choice for yourself is not a judgment of them. Just because you don't want to doesn't mean that they shouldn't, right? Yeah. So what's behind this? What's behind this? It's all good. It's all good. So it's not a problem, even if they react to it. So if you're making a different decision, friends or people around you, and you say no to something, it's all good. Don't worry about it. Even if they react to it, they'll get over it. Ten of Swords, because you're putting an end to the pain, your pain. Don't want to do that anymore. The Chariot, but you pulled in two directions. The Magician, but you are manifesting something different. Okay, so you pulled in two directions. You're manifesting something good for yourself. It's obviously come time for you to say no to this thing, to draw a boundary and not do what everyone else is doing. And that is hard. It's hard breaking away from the people around you. That's why you're in two minds about it, the Chariot. But to manifest what it is that you want to manifest, you do need to do things differently. Death is a big change, but you need to honor your energy. So death is behind that, meaning there's something that needs to end now, and honoring your energy is behind that too, and honor your energy instead. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the invites that we get tend to be like, do you want to harm yourself along with us? It's like, no thanks. No thanks. I think I'll take care of myself. And people don't like it when you do that. Like I said, some people take it as a judgment of them. Because say if we're talking about like, let's go out drinking and partying, and you say, no, actually, I don't want to do that. A part of them will know that they shouldn't really be doing it too, right? And so that's why they react to it. It's not that you're saying no, it's that they know that they should say no to. Seven of Swords, but here's the BS card, Temperance. So BS excuses. It could be about eating as well for some. People don't like it when you don't want to like overeat with them or indulge in things that aren't good for you with them. It could be about that for some of you. Seven of Swords is our BS excuses, Temperance and the High Priestess, but you know, it's like temper yourself and don't cave into the peer pressure, follow that intuition. Okay, so it's time to do something different and break free of the people around you and doing something different. You will have been getting guidance to do this, but call forth the waves. It could result in a bit of tumultuous kind of an energy for you. There's teaching behind that, so you've learned something. You've learned something. Okay, that's good. Okay, what about our love lives? What's going on in the romance department today, or what could be going on? Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So you're not looking for a yes person. You're looking for someone that's going to help you grow and who is growing themselves, you know. I have had relationships when a guy just kind of completely adores me, and it's kind of nice for the ego at first, but it gets very boring very quickly. Know your worth, says the new moon in Taurus. Know what you deserve. What else? In our love lives. And also, when someone adores you too, it's a high place to fall from. So at some point, you'll show that you're just human. And if they've thought you're some kind of deity because they've put you on a pedestal. A pedestal is a high place to fall from. Can throw you under the bus once they find out that you're actually just a human being. Family and self-worth. Self-worth issues for sure coming up today, and it could have something to do with your family. Now, these self-worth issues, they get passed on because they're projected. So a parent doesn't feel good about themselves and they end up being something toward the child that makes them feel like they're not good enough too. But really it was about the parent. It wasn't about the child. But the child took it on, and then the child becomes an adult and they become a parent, and it goes on and on and on. Unfortunately, we can only have children when we're young, and it tends to be before we've got to the age where we've healed ourselves. Rules and good timing. Good timing for whatever you're going through at the moment. And the rules are changing for yourself. You're changing your rules for yourself about relationships. Approaching it from a different perspective, different rules. No, I am. I think I just used to kind of be chosen before. There wasn't much of a conscious choice in it for me previously. And so therefore not getting into great relationships for me. Anyway. What else in the energies today? We've got Elephant. A long journey, the physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. You'll be wiser at the end. There's something. We've got a woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman. We've got a Staff. You'll be taken care of in difficult times. Could be a woman that's taking care of you. And a needle and thread. Sincere wish will be granted. The universe knows what it is that's in your heart, your deepest wishes, and it is guiding you toward them. Okay, so think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for our answer. But it's just a bit of fun because this is a general reading, not a personal reading. If you want me to pull crystals out of my bag for a specific question that you've got, you can either do one of two things. Book in for one of my one question readings on my website, behealing.com. Find a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. You can ask anything in those, and I'll do that for you. Or if you want something in more detail, if you've got a few questions around the subject and you want it to be private, you can book in for one of my private readings on my website, behealing.com. Find a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. How best to deal with these energies today? Eight of Wands, the Tower. Wow. Okay. Direct communication could bring something crashing to the ground. Now, because I've got this whole peer pressure thing and you doing something different now going on, direct communication about that could have things falling apart. Yeah, it could trigger people. Like I said, people will take things as a judgment when really your choices are about you. It's not about them. But know that it's really because deep down they know that that thing isn't good for them too. That's why they're taking it as a judgment. So a part of them agrees with what you're doing for them to emotionally react to it. But yeah, things could be falling apart, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. Like this, it's all good card came out. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Keep honoring your energy. Well, think of a yes or no answer question now. Pause the video if you're not ready for your answer. Your answer is yes. Go for it. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave a comment. That'll get you an entry into that prize draw for a free reading with me at the end of the month. I do one of these today's tarot every single day of the year. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show. Come along sometime. I'd love to see you in there. And I make 3 Love Picker card reads a week as well. You can find one of those right there, right now. Watch that next if you want. Well, have the best day ever, and I'll see you tomorrow.